Today's story is gonna be about this, my first printed zine. Zine is currently a format that's on the rise and I wanted to explore it. What is a zine, you ask? A zine, short for magazine or fanzine, self-published work produced via photocopier. Well, I printed this on a printer, so I guess that still qualifies. I named it Eastern Contrast and the first edition is named Lucky Panel. The goal here is to create something out of nothing and basically learn through the process. So the concept, I didn't want to go far. I wanted to be really close to home. So I chose something iconic from the Eastern Bloc, and that is this legendary prefab concrete housing that's everywhere. The slang word for it is panelak. It was very popular here during the communist era, you know, Eastern Contrast, Eastern Bloc. I didn't want to travel around the world and then realize that this is not gonna work, and you know, I wanted to build up to these things. I was going after the bizarre elements and the patterns that are everywhere in these structures, and I knew there could be a story in there somewhere. I wanted to photograph the subject showcasing beauty in everyday encounters. For this first one, I went digital, and the reason for that is film would have had a much longer turnaround. During the winter, there are only few days that you can get that real golden hour, because otherwise it's raining and clouds everywhere all winter long. I could revisit it the next day and the next day after that, find out what I wanted to do really fast by looking at the pictures, and I didn't have to, you know, go to the lab, get it processed, scanned in, and realize, oh, this is not the way that I want to go, and so on and so on. But I'll keep that option open for a future edition once I know what I'm looking for. What I really liked was this bizarre architecture and patterns everywhere. The patterns is what I kind of leaned towards once I looked at the pictures. With the story, I didn't have a story in the beginning. I only knew I would focus on the rules of threes. There would have to be 3 distinctly different photographs that would later on create the story, and I would build up on them. Once I got there and I saw everything, it was kind of, you know, coming together, the whole thing. One of them was this, the wide shot that would showcase these buildings standing in the middle of nowhere. This could be kind of a sarcastic ad for moving to this location. I later realized the second one is gonna be the patterns, the detail of these patterns. And the third one was basically the mess that was everywhere around all of this. And that kind of brought the story together. For me, in my head, I didn't know what I was gonna do at first. When I got there, I saw the story in the unusual, where there would be beautiful photos of not so beautiful things. So even before I created the first zine, I was collecting ideas on how to make it original, how print design is done, and what ideas work and what ideas don't work. I created this mood board. I made a physical one rather than digital, even though digital is much easier. I think the physical one helps you get there much faster because you're walking around it all day long, and you're gathering ideas, and you know what it is going to look like. Even before you start making it, you're, you know, homing in on what is it that you like and what is it that you want it to look like. Maybe improving on that, you know, a mood board could be, you know, a bunch of bad ideas, but then you look at it and you see a connection there on how to make it better. So I would recommend anybody creates a mood board before making it. I mean, hell, they make mood boards before making a movie. Even pre-production has mood boards on how they want the Dark Knight to look. You can be actually stuck in the same place for a long time until you really take a look at different approaches to things, and this really helped. So designing it, I use this program called Sketch. I know this is not the approach that you should be using, but I wanted to go digital later on, so this was much easier for me to like visualize it and to use the elements even in the digital world, I guess. And again, quick turnaround. I'm making a small addition here, just one, so you know, you do it however you like. As for the paper, I'm using this special kind with little wax dots, wax flakes, and it makes it gives it this little concrete look when you look at it from the side, which is exactly what I was going for. I mean, yeah, I would have chosen a little lighter paper, maybe in between. I mean, this could have been cool if it had like 50 pages and it had, you know, the lighter pages in the middle. But yeah, it still works. Still cool, still one and only original. Yeah. So the question could be, why am I doing this? And it's a creative exercise. I mean, you get to try so many things without really being serious about it. The result was really surprising. I really like it. This could honestly be a magazine. Sometimes you just have to showcase your talent. This is the easiest way to do it. It shows that you can build something, a story, from nothing. I kind of like creating these silly stories. I'm not pushed by clients to do a specific thing, try out a lot of things that I would not be able to if this was a client project. I mean, I am my own client right now, so yeah, I can make mistakes and I can learn from them. I can be much smarter at the next meeting about something that is real. That is all. Thank you. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe, comment below, hit that notification bell, hire me. See you next time.